How the hell do I get this bit of the house open? Oh, here, it's been a while. Oh, there we go. Is that it? That's it now. There we go. Oh, that's right. I put these down in the ground. Hold on. Look, I forgot everything. I have forgot. Oh, Jesus, there's stuff off on and everything. It's a chaos is happening. Bear with me, guys. Jesus. What the hell? Am I back? For F's sake. Look at this. Look at the carry on. There we are. Is that it now? It'll be good now. Right, I think we are. Right, let me get the chat. Where's my thing? It's going to be one of these streams, I can't tell. Right, now I've got these tangled with the mouse. And I need them out. Hold on. What the F? Just my usual, actually, really. What the... I've got stuff all happening here. Wait a minute. It's a squinty and everything. There we go. Got the mouse. But I've absolutely nothing on my computer because it's all just shut down. Pep, good morning. Pep, good morning. I'm home. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing with you. I'm messing these about here. You're going to end up with motion sickness. Please excuse the way I look. Listen, I'm still not 100%. I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. Thank you, believe. Thank you. I'm so happy I'm home. Look, I've got a Jack Russell here. I've got a Jack Russell. Pip, you know. And see, as soon as I came home, I went to, do you know, I think my ass had stage fright. I think that's what it was. My ass was just like, Linda, you're not going to be pooing in the hospital toilet. But I've had one in the luxury of my own house. Right, is my sound down? My sound is down. Let me get this up. It's been a while. 10 days I was in. Can you believe that? 10 days. There we are. Found us now. There's your wee faces. Oh, I'm happy to see you all. I'm happy to see everyone. Excellent. That's me then. Oh, so I can talk about my experience and what the hell happened. What happened to me. Why is that like that though? I've got a line going right. Oh, listen. Do you know, I can't even be bothered fixing it. I'll just need to, there's a line going across the middle of the photo. I'll just need to deal with that. Just need to deal with it. So anyway, I'll tell you what happened because I don't know if I told you much about it while I was in. Right, I'll just tell you. Right, know how I wasn't well. Caesar squinty. Know how I wasn't well before I went in. It was a chest infection, but it triggered my asthma and my lungs filled up with fluid. And then one of them eventually collapsed. So it wasn't very good at all. It wasn't very good. I had to get put in with an ambulance, and the ambulance driver was terrible to me. I was crying in the ambulance. Said, oh, do you know, I've not taken my antibiotic, actually. Antibiotic. I've not taken my antibiotic. Wait, I take my antibiotic. This is my last antibiotic. And that's me had the full course. Wait a minute, I'll take this. Where's the other? Oh, I'll take one of these as well. This is stuff to, I don't know, this stuff here is you put it in water and it apparently gets rid of the fluids in people's lungs and stuff. Who knew? We know now. So it was bad. The ambulance driver was horrible to me. I ended up in, I thought I was getting out. I thought I was going in on Monday and getting out on the Tuesday. That's what I thought. I thought, yeah, beauty, I'll just get out tomorrow. No. And then Monday and Tuesday this week, all I done was cry. Because they said to me I was getting home on Monday. And I was like, your beauty. I had all my stuff all packed, ready to come home. Then the doctor came round and went, no, we've changed of plan. We're keeping you in for another night. So I was crying, but I thought at least it's just one more night. Tuesday comes around, I've got everything packed, sitting with my shoes on, and they come round and went, we're still not happy with your numbers. We need to keep you in another night. Oh, I was crying my bloody eyes out. Right, here's these wee tablets. I didn't even know these were a thing, but there you are. Wait a minute. Just wee, see, soluble tablets. And it gets fluid up in your lung. Listen, I thought I'd pee a lot with these, but I've not even been peeing a lot. Smells like kind of lemony. It's not a bad taste. It's not like the laxatives. 7 doses of laxatives. 7 doses of laxatives, and my ass was still saying no. Not even a fart. Not even a fart. But maybe true to form, I had listen, I had a bit of a laugh as well. There was one night me and the lassies never got to sleep till after 1 in the morning. I've got a knacky doing this every word, every room I go into. I end up this. This is what happens. They know about all of yous. I've name dropped all of yous. They know about the channel. They'll probably join us at some point. I told them about the Riddle Man, and all the other stories and stuff. So we had a good wee laugh. In fact, one night we were going to tie all the bed sheets together and drape you out the window and just make a run for it because we were fed up. But when I first went in, there was a lady that came in the same time as me. She got told on was it the Monday or the Tuesday? Monday or must have been the Tuesday. She got told that her scan was clear. My scan was terrible, but her scan was clear. Scan's clear and everything like that. You're good to get home. You can go home a day. She burst out crying. She didn't want to go home. And I thought maybe her home life's bad because you don't know what's happening in other people's houses. But our man had been up and he was like a big softie. Do you know what I mean? He was sitting crying into her chest and stuff while he was there. So she got told she was going home, right? And she was like crying her eyes out. And then she locked herself in the bathroom for 2 hours. I kid you not. It got to the stage I was like, here, I need a pee. Do you know what I mean? That woman's locked herself in the toilet. I'm going to need to... And I can't, even now, I can't walk very far. See, when I walk to my bedroom and back, that's about it. I'm still really, really breathless. So I'm still definitely not 100% by any means, but I'm well enough to get out and just sit here. Do you know what I'm taking up today? Watercolour painting. I'm going to be a painter now. That's the... You know how I was doing my cross stitching? Do you know what I've decided as I was in hospital? Do you know what I fancy being? An artist. Oh, aye. So, me too. So that was me in hospital going, do you know, I was watching a few YouTube videos, you see, this is it. I was watching a few YouTube videos and I thought, do you know what, I'd like to do that, painting. And we've all seen my drawings, haven't we? We've all seen my drawings. Edgeverse I'm home. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Thank God. Right, wait to take this. Their tablets are taken. And I saw my wee Pip. I saw him yesterday. I saw my wee fella yesterday. And he's get bigger in 10 days. He's like a huge boy now. He's nearly 16. He's a huge boy now, and I got to grab him and kiss his neck. I was kissing all over his face. He like that. Like, where did you go? Anyway, this woman locked herself in the bloody toilet for a couple of hours. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's crying her eyes out. And I was thinking, see if they tell me I'm going home, I'm not even going to organise any of my shit. It's just all going to get put into a black bag, and I'm going to be sitting at the front door waiting to go. But wait, I tell you this about this. See, I didn't want to talk too much in the hospital. Do you know what she said? Right, everybody knows me and knows I'm an animal lover, right? I can watch serial killer documentaries, right? Can watch all that shit, Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and all that. Can watch all that, no bother, right? But see if I see a dog limping in a video, that's it. My day's completely ruined, and I'm going to have nightmares about the dog limping in the video. So we were all talking about our dogs, right? Because that's what you do. Oh, I miss my dogs. I miss Poppy. She's my bed buddy. I miss my doggies and all that. I miss my kids too, but I miss my dogs. So we were all talking about dogs. So this woman comes out with, this is the same woman that locked herself in the toilet. She said, my dog was in a terrible fight a few years ago. We were going, oh, that's terrible. She said, aye, she was only a puppy and this other dog attacked her. But we're going, oh, that's irresponsible pet ownership, isn't it? That's somebody that's just irresponsible at owning a pet, and that's terrible. So she was going into the details, and I was like, I was going, that's bad, that's bad, trying to change the subject. And she went, I've got pictures. And I was like, No. Please, no, no. Me and the wee woman, oh, the wee woman across me, I loved her. We were looking at each other and looking, I'm going, we really don't want to see any pictures. Going, oh, aye, I've got pictures on my phone here. No, me and the woman across me, we were hooked up to oxygen, so we can't leave our beds. Right, see, when we were on the oxygen, we're on the bloody oxygen, right? So we're kind of wired up to our beds. And she comes out with a bloody mobile phone and shows me a picture of this dog covered in blood and stuff. I was like, God, Jesus Christ, why did you need to show us that picture? Who does that? Stuart, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Ma. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you, Stuart. Aye, shows us the pictures of this dog that had been at. No, I was like, who does that? Well, number one, who takes pictures of that and has it on their phone? And she was nuts. She was nuts. She was sitting right. No, listen, see the woman that was across my wee pal. Her son is a sergeant in the police force, right? And I was like, oh, aye. And so is her daughter. And I was like, oh, two police officers. Me and you are going to get on absolutely fine, by the way. Me and you are going to be best pals even when we leave here. Right, so... And I'm talking about Peter wants to join the police. He wants to be in the cyber security. So we got a lot in common. We spoke about quite a lot. So they all know Officer Bob. I've spoke about Officer Bob in depth, Pip. I went through exactly what he looked like and everything. They know about Jason in the kitchen. They know about all of yous. Right, so anyway, we were sitting one night and she went, oh, this crazy woman, she went, listen, she said, we had a party. It was my son's stag night, right? This is the first thing I thought, what? Right, see if my son's got a stag night, right? I'm not going to my son's stag night. You know what happens in stag nights? What happens in stag nights stays in stag nights. That kind of thing. I'm no want to be there at MD's stag night. Right, let the guys have their stag night themselves. Anyway, it was her son's stag night. Not only was she present at the stag night, she went and got a stripper for him. Aye, there you go, son. There you are, a stripper for your wedding. Right, so who am I to judge anyway? You know, I'm a naughty lassie as well. So anyway, I was like, oh well, that's all right. And she said, aye, and he sees pals. His pals were all doing, see that white stuff that sometimes people put up their nose? People were doing that in their furniture and stuff, right? And I was like, oh dear. Oh my God. Me and the woman are looking at each other like, what the hell? Right, so anyway, a fight happened and they all piled outside and they were all punching lumps at each other and all that, right? And I was like, my God, that's a bad stag, do that. I said, no, that's a bit of a bad stag, do that. And she's going, aye, there was white powder all over all my furniture. I was thinking, they'd be tossed out. If them to come into my house with white powder, you know what I'm saying? They'd be out you go. I'm not for that foolishness. I'm sorry, I'm not for that. Out you go. Rouse, out. So, we were, a lot of the times, we were just kind of side-eyeing like that. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here? What's going on? Just telling us that. Big punch up and all the rest of it, and somebody's saying, I'm going to knife you. But do you know what else she done? Right, see the peak flow that you blow into, it gives you a reading, right? I was blowing 150. I'm blowing 200 now, so we're getting there. I was blowing 150, which is quite rubbish, right? So she shouts, bear in mind her scan was clear, right? And I've got a collapsed lung. She shouts over to me, what's your reading on that? I says, 150. She says, mine's is only 100. And I felt like going, well done, you won there. Well done. You won the breathing thing there. And your 100. It wasn't shaking, in fact, Pip, nut. It wasn't. It was stuff that makes you go off your nut. But we're sitting and I'm like, no, she knows this lady as well's got her children are high up in the police force. She wasn't giving an F. She was like, oh aye, that happens in my gaff. I mean, I was talking about the flavourings on Saturdays, but that's completely legal. I'm allowed to have a flavouring on a Saturday. You know, we were talking about that. Pip, I know she was like, mine was only 100, and I was like, well, you won that then, didn't you? With your clear scan. In fact, I was showing Amanda my wee bit of paper yesterday. It was my left lung. that had collapsed. Because I've got to hand that into the doctor. My going away later thingy. I've got to hand that into the doctor. So it was the left lung because I couldn't remember what bloody lung. I know, Pip, I wonder who won the blood. Her. Pip, who am I kidding? Her. She won it. She was way sicker than us. That's why when she was getting told she was getting out, she was crying. Because there I was for 10 days. She was in for 2. I was in for 10. No, that's a competition I won. I really didn't want to win that competition, though, because it's a rubbish game. So we had her absolutely bonkers, right? So with that. I had another woman, right, that was sitting, and she was like, oh, yes, we've been to the Savoy in London, and oh, yeah, and we went up to the Gucci apartment in the Savoy, and we were doing this and that. And then, you know, we decided that we were going to go holiday to Canada, and my friend was there, and I thought, you know what, pack your bags, you're coming with us. And she's saying, I've not got the money for Canada. And she went, listen, it's my treat. It's my treat. Pack your bags, I'm taking you, because that's the kind of person I am. I like to treat my friends and all the rest of it. And then we got a limo, and the limo was $179. And then we get this, that was $200. And then there was something else that was $450. That was $2,000. I was like, Jesus Christ. Our husband hired a Santa outfit. The Santa outfit to hire was $97. I was like, this is going to drive me nuts. I'm no further. See, like, oh, I spent this much money and that much money. I don't care. Good on you with all your cash. Good on your friends having a friend like you, but I can't be asked. See that's no conversation for me. And I thought, this is going to drive me insane. This is going to drive me bonk. But she got out, and I was like, oh, thank God. And my wee pal came in. And the thing about my wee pal is she stayed where I used to stay, just down the road. And one of my nurses was my neighbour in my old house as well. So I got to talk. So we were talking away. But the most saddest thing was the wee woman across from me. The wee woman that was right next to me. 83 years old. 83. It was her first time in the hospital since she had her kids. She only retired a few years ago. She was a lollipop lady. All the kids loved her. So she was in the bed next to us, and she was just lying there, and we'd be talking. She'd go, for sake, do you ever shut up and all that? You know, she was great. And in the morning, they used to come and just dump her tray on our wee table and then leave. She couldn't see very good, and she couldn't hear very good either. And she'd go, Hen, what is that? So I would get up at my bed and go over and help her. You know, there's your wee sandwich in your hand, and there's your tea here. And if she was getting her tablets, we'd be over helping her with her tablets. Caroline, good morning. We'd be helping her with her tablets, and if she needed the buzzer, I'd be buzzing. You know, and we got to know her family as well. Our family was the ones that had the burger van that would bring us in a burger, our own sausage. Our own sausage we were getting. So we were after our breakfast in the morning. It was like, I've never had this in my life. Spoiled in the hospital, roasting sausage. So we got to know the family and all that, and we had a good laugh. And it was one day, a few days ago anyway, last Friday it was, and I'm still hooked up to the oxygen, so is the woman across. So we can't move out our beds while we're getting this done unless it's to the toilet and back. And the next thing, we hear them all going crazy, and the curtains all get drawn around me and this woman. Everybody else in the ward, the family get the family out, get the family out, they're shouting. And the wee lass that was across first, she wasn't hooked up to us, and she got papped to it as well. And they're all in there working on her, and I'm sitting greeting, because I can hear what's going on in the next thing, and it's terrible. And they're working for about an hour and a half, I kid you not. And then eventually I heard the doctor going, do you know where you are? Do you know where you are? And she went, aye, in the hospital. And I thought, oh, thank God she's came round. So they took her out our wee ward to the nurses' station to keep her there overnight to watch her. And she passed away. And we cried. I mean, I know people are going, you only knew her for a short time. See, when you're in the hospital, you get a bond, doesn't matter how long you're in for. You get a bond with people, and you get a bond with them quickly, because you talk about your whole life story. The lassies in the ward will be able to tell you everything about you, in fact, because I sat and talk about you, because you've got nothing else today. All you've got today is talk about, What's your family like? Where do you come from? What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. You find out everything about everybody quite quickly that you wouldn't normally in a normal, like, just meeting somebody kind of thing. And and I was absolutely, me and the woman across, we sat and cried. Because she was just, I was like, she was just talking this, we were just talking this morning. I was just helping her wear breakfast this morning. So listen, that is how quickly can go can go pairs up. So make the most of every second, because that was in our wee family, and we seen them going away about 11 o'clock that night, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Yes, Carolyn, and it was that word. I didn't want to say in case somebody was going to phone up and go, listen, I know what word she's, see her, she's an a-hole. You know, it was that word that you thought I was in. That's the word I was in. I know, Pip. And as I say, you get bonds with people quickly in hospital because you tell your whole life. I mean, they all knew that I stayed in Easter House in Glasgow and then moved out here, and with the houses I've had out here and my dogs and yous, the channel and cross stitching and all this kind of stuff, because you find out everything about somebody quickly, and you form a bond, because one day in the hospital seems like 3 days normally. And I've been in 10 days and I feel as if I've not seen you in a month. That's the God's honest way I feel. I feel as if I've not been in my house for a full month. Because it ticks by, the clock just ticks by. And especially when they tell you you're getting out on Monday and they don't let you out, and then they tell you, no, on Tuesday you'll get out and they don't let you out again. I was like, you're having a laugh here. And see, yesterday before I phoned my dad, I said to the nurse, the doctor that came round, I said, is my prescription ready? Because you've got to wait forever on a prescription. I says, is my prescription? She says, yes, it's at the reception. I says, right. I says, because my dad's coming to get me. He doesn't keep very well. He's coming all the way from Falkirk to come and collect me to take me home. Right, I'll phone him. So I phoned Dad, come and get me. Everything's all right. So my dad had left for about half an hour, and then I thought I better get my prescription. So I buzzed and I says, can I get my prescription? And the nurse came up and went, it's not there. I went, what? I says, no. I says, it is there. It is. The doctor just said to me that it's there. She went, I'll go and check again, hen. Right, it's not there. Still in the pharmacy. I was like, oh, so I got in contact with the doctor. I says, my dad's on his way. I'm needing my prescription. I says, see if it's going to be a long time. I'll just leave, and then I can drive back the night and my son can come up and get the prescription, right? I'm not wanting to hang about with my dad in the car. Oh, no, but we'll get it sorted, right? Don't you worry. Right. So my boy comes up, Peter comes up, he's sitting there about an hour and a half later, like, still no prescription. My dad's out in the car park. I'd been up about 4 or 5 times to say any word in the prescription. And then I said, right, that's it. I says, I'll go down and get the prescription. Oh, no, they'll not get it to you. I was like, right, I'll come back later. Oh, no, do you know what? We'll send a nurse down. Eventually, they sent a nurse down, and the nurse came back up with it. I was like, and then when I went out, I was like, Dad, I'm sorry. I says, I wouldn't have phoned you if I'd have thought for 1 minute that the prescription was the bloody there. The staff was lovely in that ward, Carolyn. I mean, really, they were all lovely in that ward. God, and they've got the patients are saints. Some of them. I mean, I was all right. I'm always a good patient. I don't fuss much or that, you know. But some of them are like, what the hell? It's not. Do you know? We're not on holiday. That's how when this woman was crying because she got told she was going home. I was thinking, this isn't a holiday camp. It's not. We're not in Benidorm or something like that. Just shows you though. I mean, some people have got that thing, the Munchausen thing, right? I don't understand that. The Munchausen, you get Munchausen by proxy, which means somebody else is doing it to you. But it's like they like hospitals. I don't. Maybe it's just because I've had them all my bloody life. I've had my fair share. See, if I'd never need to see it at the hospital again, I'll be one happy girl. I'll be happy if I never need to see it. But they did save my life, I suppose. It wasn't the ambulance guy was an asshole. But when I got in there, I didn't even wait about. They took me into the room and started shoving tubes in me and oxygen and all the rest of it immediately. So I had an auntie, look at my poor look. Look at my poor arm, guys. That was an IV. That was an IV. And I had one there, and I had one there, and I had one there. See, because this is the only arm they can do stuff on because I've no lymph nodes in this arm. So this arm got that. This arm got everything done yet. But thank God I'm home. Do you know, I slept till after 8 o'clock this morning. I must have been needing it, and it was great when I woke up in my own bed with my Jack Russells. Oh, it was lovely last night when we went to bed as well. So I should be okay to do my Saturday video and stuff. Oh my God, Pappy, you okay? Have you got bin juice on you? I hope no. Hope you've not got bin juice on you. Bin juice is the worst. Nobody likes, oh, here, talking about bin juice. I'm sitting quiet as a wee mouse sitting in my bed, right? Just sitting in my own thoughts looking out the window. And the cleaner came in, right? The cleaner came in and she'd lifted the bin bag out the bin and there was coffee at the bottom and she went, see these people that put coffee in the bin? I said, I just looked and went, oh, aye, aye, like that, and just in my own thoughts, Who done this? I wonder who it was that done this. And the lassies were going, I never done it. I didn't do it. I'm just still sitting in my thought. And she went, was it you? To me. I went, no, it wasn't me. I says, what do you mean, was it me? I'm sitting here. I never put the coffee in the bloody bin. Like that. And then she was going, and I went, absolutely. I says, there, I'm getting the blame for putting coffee in the bin. Oh, I wasn't hurt. Do you know, just small things like that can push you over the edge. Blame me for it. Just because I'm sitting quiet. And I didn't do it. Do you know, the nurses used to come round and just clear your tables and just chuck everything in that bin. So, pick on them, know somebody that's lying here ill, lady. And the wee woman across me was like, that's her job as well. A bit of crumpet. Good morning. Jack Russells, we need Jack Russells, don't you, in your bed at night? You need a Jack Russell in your bed and all that. Yes. Oh, I missed them so much, my babies. Papa, I was good. Just because I was sitting nice, I was sitting looking out the window just in my thoughts, you know, like, I can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home. What am I going to have to eat when I get home? Oh, pesto pasta. I'm going to have pesto pasta. Because see in there, see when you're getting fed steroids every day as well. See if I'm not eating food, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, I wonder what a chicken tikka main course at the Indian would be lovely. Oh, special fried rice, fish and chips. This is all you think about is bloody food when you're in there. So I was probably in one of the moments sitting in my bed like that, blaming me for the... Look, I'm hooked up to my bloody oxygen here. Did you, Pip? I had my pesto pasta last night because I'd been dreaming about it. Because in Monday I was going, I had pesto pasta because I'd done an Asda shop on Sunday. I'd done an Asda shop for the hospital bed. So sitting pure slabbering, little chicken tikka. Oh, aye, chicken tikka. Oh, pesto pasta. Oh, drool like that. So I thought Monday when I'm home, pesto pasta. No. Tuesday, pesto pasta, no. But so last night I managed to get my pesto pasta. And I was like, Listen, the hospital, I cannot say the hospital food was bad though. I really can't. Our hospital food wasn't bad at all. And you get no very big portion at night time, but your biggest portions at lunch. In the morning they come round, they've got Rice Krispies and a roll with jam, right? A roll with jam, but here you eat it with a glass of milk, right? That's your breakfast. And then at lunch they come round with some soup. Their soup was always delicious, but I love any kind of soup. Soup with a slice of bread, right? And then you get like a baked potato, an omelette, like pasta, like macaroni cheese, something like that, right? And then after that you get cake and custard. 3-course bloody me. I'm shoveling all that. And then at night time you get your main meal, which is like fish and chips or pork roast or something, and it's a very, very small portion with a wee tiny top of ice cream. That's your dinner. But I'd been eating all that for like 7 days, all that food, and hadn't been to the toilet once. And I was like, I can't. This is a bit concerning. Sal, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much. From lovely Australia. Thank you very much. Pip, I don't even know half of what I've got in there. I know I've got Yorkshire puddings and beef and stuff. Oh, that might be nice for the night, a wee Yorkshire pudding. I think I'm going to have that tonight, Pip. Yorkshire pudding, beef, gravy. Oh, I think I'm having that tonight. That'd be lovely. Or will I have my curry? I might just have my curry. I'll have a curry tonight. I'll have chicken korma. I've got chicken korma. I'll have chicken korma tonight. That's what I'll have. But the hospital food wasn't bad. I couldn't fault them on their food. Their food was alright. Apart from that one mysterious hospital dinner I don't wanna ever eat you. It came round and it was chicken and rice, right? Chicken and rice. And seeing she came out, I was like, and I'm like, somebody's got fish. Somebody's definitely got some kind of fish dish. It smelled the really, really fishy smell. And I had some of my chicken, and it was the chicken. Don't ask me why it tasted and smelled like fish. And it wasn't just like fish, it was like cod liver oil. MD that said a cod liver oil tablet, that kind of fish on the chicken. And I was like, that is mysterious. So I couldn't eat that. I never ate that dinner. That dinner got put to the side. But I was sitting in my bed and I could just get whiffs it now and again. I was going, oh, I'm going to be sick with that. Somebody needs to take that away quickly. And I was going, that chicken smells like fish. Mysterious hospital dinner. I don't know what the hell that was. I never ate it anyway. I never ate it. I couldn't eat it. And I was hungry too because of steroids. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I'm home. The steroids. So I say we're just after a break and we're like, what are we getting for lunch then? What's for lunch today? You getting a sandwich? You getting a wee sandwich? I think I'll get a wee baked potato. How do you like your baked potato in the outside world? That's all we talk about. Well, we did talk about like Aquaman. I showed everyone Jason Momoa's ass. Swear to God. And this was only like the second day in the ward or something. So I was comfortable already just to get into my full craziness. We were talking and I was like, oh, Aquaman. Oof. I says, listen, he's got the nicest ass. I says, you'll ever see in your life. And the wee woman across me was going, has he? I've never seen his ass. I went, you've never seen his ass? Well, buckle up. Get your oxygen turned up because you're going to need it in a minute. Right, so see, I'm doing all that. I'm doing my usual stuff. So I gets a picture of Jason's ass up, right, and I takes it round to the women. Comes off my oxygen and all that. This is all, look, go round. So I'm showing them, they're going, oh, aye. Oh, you're no wrong there, Linda. I'm not telling you this. I says, I've never wanted to bite a bum as much in my life. And they're going, oh, I can see why, aye. Uh-huh. So, we're sitting. Nurse comes round, she went, oh, Linda, your heart rate's up. They were all laughing. I was like, well, I says, I'm just after seeing Jason Momoa's ass. So I says, that's probably why my heart rate's up. It's probably up, bump, 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 like that. So it was. So after that, with a good look at that, right, and then we had another good look at, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth, Thor. With a good look at Thor as well. Oh, aye, look at me with the hammer and stuff like that. Oh, the way he swings that hammer, you could swing me around a bit like that. Even though I'm heavy and stuff, I bet that hammer's a good... Listen, it was all going on. I wasn't even holding back anymore. See, by that point, I wasn't even holding back. It wasn't even... I told them even about the bad date incident of the table and tapping and all the rest. So they get told everything. But I watched Magic Mike when I was in as well. I was like, listen, I'm going to try and get a good dream tonight. I couldn't stand Amber Heard in it though. So I just fast forwarded it to all the dance scenes. That's basically what I did. So I didn't really watch it. I just watched the dancing in Magic Mike. That's what I done. But one morning I had got up. I got up, morning ladies, and they were all going, and laughing at me. And I was like, what's going on here? And they went, did you have a good dream last night, Linda? I said, I can't remember my dream. And they said, you were laughing. They said, you were going, you were laughing in your dream. I said, was I? They're going, oh, aye, you were cracking up there in the corner, you know what I mean, whatever dream. And I thought, God, I wish I could be doing me a good laugh. I wish I knew what I was dreaming about. I said, here, ladies, I said, it could have been worse. I said, it could have been a naughty dream I was having. I said, and you would have been dead uncomfortable with that. Oh, Aquaman, aye. Oh, aye, right there, Aquaman. Right there. Oh. Oh, I never shut up. Perhaps before I got there, I was on the ball. I was because I can't stand it. Aye, I says you'd have been uncomfy with that. Oh aye, Aquaman. Oh, you're the man. You're the man. So I don't know what I was dreaming about, but whatever it must have been hilarious for me to be laughing in my sleep. Oh, Sandra, good morning. Look, I know my wee babies. Oh, I missed them so much. I missed my kids and that as well, by the way, but my doggies. Because see, at bedtime, she's in my bed every night. She's in my bed every night. And see, if I wake up during the night, I put my hand under the covers and she's lying there on her back and stuff, with her belly up in the air. They did pip, but I did get the cold shoulder for about half an hour. I came in and they were kind of all over me, and then they ignored me. And I was like, my son, look at them ignoring me. Because they're like, how dare you? Who do you think you are, mother, leaving us? Because 10 days is a long time in doggy time, do you know what I mean? So I've buggered off for like half a year as far as they know. Away with other dogs or something. Aye, I get guilt tripped. She wasn't, in fact, my son picked her up and brought her over to me. My lips are so sore. You'll see me, I never ever use this chapstick, but my lips are so sore. But here, wait to tell you, see if you're ever on oxygen in hospital, there's certain kinds of Vaseline or whatever you can use, and there's certain kinds you can't. Some of the kinds, see if you're on oxygen, it can burn you if you use the wrong one. So this is the right one. This is a good one, the Nivea Hydrocare. That will no burn your lips. But some of them will. In fact, one of the women had said to the woman that was crying, said to her, listen, KY jelly's good. KY jelly's good for your lips, you know, when you're on oxygen and stuff like that. It helps. And she says to her man, you better. He went, I'm not going to the chemist for KY jelly. And she went, I know, but it's for my lips. He went, I'm not going to the chemist for KY jelly and saying, by the way, it's no for what you think. It's for my wife's dry lips. Says that might be worse. That might be worse than that. Do you know what I mean? That's for my wife's dry lips. Oh, aye. I think it is. But I think when you know what you're doing with the KY jelly there, son. But that's what she said. They not said that was good for your lips, but I was like, I'm not putting KY jelly on my lips. That's, you know. But I'm awfully dry everywhere, but that's the hospital. It's like a furnace. Bloody furnace in the hospitals. They've got the heating on all year round. They've got the heating blaring. So I've got a window open, but I'm right next to the radiator, so it's like, a wee bit of cold air, boiling hot there. So I was my usual self, basically, in the hospital. I was in the gutter. I was laughing. I was saying, see, on a Saturday, I says, I like to time it. I says, I go on with good intentions. I says, and then like 10 minutes in, I'm in the gutter. I says, I've got to go and make my video on 18. But do you know, even the brief amount of time I was there, I think they got to know who the real Linda was. You've no privacy whatsoever. I mean, who's that curtain that they pull around you? That is not shielding out any of your medical details at all for anybody else in the ward. Everybody knows everything. In fact, I'd said to them about the constipation. I was like, listen, I'm just going to apologise to you now, because see, when I go into that toilet, I might not be getting out for a while. But but see, when I did eventually go to the toilet, and it was only a small one, right? I don't mean to be graphic, but it was only a small one, but at least was moving in the right direction. I felt like coming out the toilet, skidding along the floor with my knees, putting my top over my head and punching the sky like a footballer, like, yes, as if I'd just scored a goal. That's the way I felt. I came out of my house going, I've been everybody I've been. And they're all going, oh, well done. Brilliant, Linda. Actually, ours is like bloody furnace. In fact, see the first I first went in, they put you in a place we like to call the dungeon. Right, that's its nickname, the dungeon. Right, it's a room that's a receiving unit. It's for people that come in emergencies and stuff, and there's no windows at all in the room. There's no windows. It's just like four beds, and boiling hot. It's like a bloody. It is. It's like a furnace down there. So you go into the dungeon first. I was only in the dungeon for what, 7 hours or something, and then they had a place for me upstairs. So that was good. I get moved about pretty fast, but some people were down there for like 3 days before they were getting out the dungeon and up to a ward. I was lucky that I managed to get a bed as quickly as what I did. Yeah, actually, I know. It is. It's bloody boiling. I mean, I've got my. I'll show you how I kind of survived. Like that. Oh, 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 oh. My fan. That's how I survived the excruciating heat. Absolutely boiling though. And see if you've got a bit of your temperature as it is. The sweat was absolutely pouring off me. And then I watched Magic Mike and I watched Aquaman. And I watched Thor. What else did I watch? I watched Minority Report with Tom Cruise. I love that film. I watched that. I watched quite a lot of stuff. But the main thing was, Liz, thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. Main thing was I've been watching how to paint with watercolour. So I'll probably be doing a ASMR video, doing something, if I can do it. Because I thought to myself, I'd love to do a bit of painting. Do you know that? I'd love to do a bit. So all the stuff's coming today. So I'm going to get started today doing a wee bit of watercolour and stuff like that. I'm definitely no fit enough to be going out or going round supermarkets or anything, as I say. If I get up, even talking, the now makes me a bit breathless, just talking. Going up to go into the toilet and back, I'm dead breathless. So I'm no... My lungs no back to normal by any means, but I'm good enough to sit here rather than sit. And see, I think you heal faster when you're in your own house than what you do when you're in the hospital. See, when you're... Oh, Ashley, it's boiling. It is absolutely boiling. I think you heal faster when you're in your own house with your dogs and stuff like that round about you. Yes. So I will be back to see you tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. I wonder if I'll be okay to go to my astronomy class. I think I should. Oh, you've got a Carolyn. I'm going to enjoy doing it because I love painting and crafts and stuff. So I'm going to enjoy doing that. It's something different that I just watched in the hospital and thought, you know what? I think I'll become an artist. I think. I'll add that to my mechanical engineering degree. That's what I'll do. Mechanical engineer plus artist. My resume's growing day by day. See my resume? It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. I think I'll go to my astronomy because I missed it. See, last Friday, this is a wee shame, right? Last Friday, I spent the majority of the time looking out the window, trying to see the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. My wee club had put on Facebook that for a few days it was going to be, maybe people would see it in my neck of the woods, the Northern Lights. So I was looking out the window the whole time to see if I could see the Northern Lights, thinking about my club's going on and out. I bet you there's bloody astronauts at the club. You know how sometimes they get astronauts? Bet you the night's one of the nights that an astronaut just appears at the club and I'm in here. So I'll go tomorrow, as I say. It doesn't. I don't need to walk far or nothing like that, and I do miss it. And I missed it last week, so. But I'll be on. I know, buzz on. Imagine that yesterday all of the Apollo astronauts were in. Sick. Terrible. That's what will happen. So I'll be back tomorrow anyway, and we'll do. I don't know how much internet I've got, but I'll try and do a wee driveways as well tomorrow. We'll drive through to the astronomy club and stuff. So today I'm going to be just sitting here. That's all I can do, and just try and get better. But thank you to all the beautiful get well soon wishes and stuff. See, if I never answered you, it's no, I didn't do it on purpose. I just haven't been able to, not been able to do that, get in touch with everyone. But thank you for thinking about me and sending lovely messages and support and all the rest of it. And I shall be back tomorrow, even better than what I am today. And I love you all very much. Have a great day.